When a soul awakens and is on a trajectory toward realizing the center, toward realizing balance, harmony, and inner beauty, they have before them a set of assumptions about the current reality and the reality they aim to create. This is by no means an easy undertaking. There are no straightforward answers because once a soul awakens, every moment and every juncture in their reality is transforming constantly. Think of what it's like to have your life turned upside down and having to endure that turbulence during every conscious moment of your existence in this reality that you're incidentally feeling increasingly disconnected from. As we struggle to find the center, as we experience both sides of the pendulum, and as we struggle to realize balance, harmony, and inner beauty, we develop an aptitude for seeing the difference between virtue and its antithesis. This doesn't come very easily and often comes at a high cost. When a soul awakens, one's destiny begins to be realized. Although the spirit life journey is infinite and has no final destination, we find ourselves building an image of what reality may look like if the trials and tribulations from our lives were resolved. What form and shape would reality take if all adversity is eliminated? Might we refer to this as heaven? Actually, that was a trick question. If we eliminate adversity, we lose sight of the center. If we eliminate trials and tribulations, we lose sight of the center. Remember, heaven is a consciousness. It is not a place where one is whisked away to. We must build heaven with our own hands. We will make mistakes along the way. We will falter, but bear in mind that balance, harmony, and inner beauty, which are the building blocks of heaven, cannot be realized if we disregard the parts of our journey we might, on the surface, be hesitant to embrace. I intend to bring forth heaven on earth for the benefit of all. This is a statement many have made and have sanctified with the most powerful substance in the universe. Pay very close attention to the most important word here, heaven. The building blocks of heaven are balance, harmony, and inner beauty. They find themselves in our realities only after we've endured hard work to bring them there. The beautiful part about it is, balance, harmony, and inner beauty are readily apparent to us. They are unmistakable, and virtue will present itself to you so clearly you will know it in your heart. If the consciousness of heaven is presented to you by someone else, be aware it is not heaven. Nobody can realize balance, harmony, and inner beauty other than yourself because they are relevant to your own spirit life journey. They are relevant to your own experiences, and they are relevant to the reality you build with your own hands. The Gnostic story of creation has made this very clear to us. Sophia, the feminine personification of wisdom, represents the heart and all the virtues associated with it. Earth was created in the image of the feminine. The creation embodied all that resonates with the heart. While beautiful and virtuous in its own capacity, it only represented one side of the pendulum, and the pendulum swings in both directions. It also has a center. In order to understand what it means to love, one must understand what it means to hate. In order to understand what it means to rise, one must understand what it means to fall. And so goes the process of realizing the center. Because Earth was created in the image of the feminine, Sophia needed an antagonist, an equally powerful force that had the capacity to bring balance into the fray. She brought forth Yaldabaoth, the iconic representation of the masculine, the brain, the computer. And with Yaldabaoth representing the direct antithesis of the heart, he identified Sophia's weakness. He launched a calculated attack upon her and sent her into a deep fall. As a result of the fall, the physical earth realm we currently find ourselves in was created. Amidst the fall of Sophia, our reality is created in the image of both the feminine and the masculine. We find ourselves at a very important juncture now. It is up to us to work through every aspect of our journey and resolve what is unresolved. Nobody other than yourself can do this. You are the only one that can realize the center. As with the pendulum swinging in both directions, there is also a center, and at the center there is stillness and balance. All of us have the image of Sophia and Yaldabaoth within us. Our heart and our brain are in a constant interplay with one another, and this interplay has been responsible for this wild roller coaster ride we have all ridden. This is the most important tool we have to enable us to realize the center and bring about the building blocks of heaven. Everything you need is within your purview. Everything is in plain sight. Nothing is held in secrecy. Nothing is hidden. And nothing is clandestine. If anyone other than yourself claims to hold the key to heaven, if anyone other than yourself promises or proclaims to influence your destiny, or if anyone claims suffering of other humans is a price one must pay to realize heaven, be assured you are in the presence of a false light. Be assured a destiny is being presented to you under the cover of heaven. When a human being experiences biological death and finds themselves at the infamous tunnel of light, they are confronted by a very comforting avatar from their past who attempts to persuade them to enter the tunnel of light and reincarnate. That avatar is an archon. Its sole purpose is to convince the deceased to embrace something they have not created, to convince the deceased to enter the tunnel of light at any cost. This is no different than anyone other than yourself putting conditions on what heaven is, who gets to experience it, and on what terms. If someone other than yourself attempts to define the consciousness of heaven and places conditions upon it, be assured it is not heaven. Heaven has no cover. It is apparent in plain sight. It is unmistakable for anything, and it will not have externally imposed conditions attached to it. That's all for now. Be well, sun gaze, and thrive selflessly.